Good morning! And welcome to this video.
I have a pen, I have an apple.
Apple Pencil. Apple, the company that taught us that a bitten apple is worth more than a real one. But how did we get from...
But today, for the first time ever, I'd like to let Macintosh speak for itself.
Hello, I am Macintosh.
the first ever user-friendly PC to...
The Visa mount adapter will be $199 and the Pro stand $999. And like the Mac Pro, they'll all be available in the fall.
high-end and very expensive technology. This is Apple's crazy company history, how it all started and where it is heading in the future. My Apple is not worth a whole lot though. But Apple is worth a whole lot though. 3 trillion to be exact. Wait, what? They are the most valuable company in the world, followed closely by Nvidia and Microsoft. Apple's company history was basically the American dream. Good old Steve and Steve had to sell their most prized possessions. Steve Jobs sold his Volkswagen Bus, but Wozniak had to sell his calculator. We can clearly see who had the bigger sacrifice there. Soon Apple released the Apple I, the first personal computer that sold 200 units. From there it was all smooth sailing. Apple popularized graphical user interfaces. This set the basis for everything from phones interfaces to your PCs, TVs, tableties. Because before that point, people didn't have apps or websites, but everything was done in a sort of terminal, directly interacting with the core structure of the PC. Which also meant it was pretty inaccessible for the everyday user who didn't know shit. But the first Macintosh changed that. Suddenly everyone and their grandma could understand how to operate a PC. Somewhere along this success, Steve Wozniak left the company. But who cares? After that, Apple had one of their biggest breakthroughs. The iPhone. The first phone that didn't have a keyboard and instead worked with touchscreen. This turned the phone from a business-oriented device to a PC on the go. And many other companies took a shot at creating a touchscreen based phone. For some it worked out, for some it didn't. And while every other manufacturer had to make the best phone in the Android space, Apple sits comfortably with a 20% market share in their own little bubble of loyal users. But how did Apple cultivate such a loyal fan base that may even include you? If you want to learn more about Apple, phones and shit like that, subscribe and tell me that you are really interested in this topic in a comment down below. Other than the first GUI and touchscreen, Apple devices shine through Retina displays, meaning great visual experience. They also created the M series chip, which are literally the most powerful phone and laptop chips in the world. But let's not forget the cultural and design phenomenon that were the AirPods. Basically, everyone has them and every company produces similar looking models. By the way, fun fact I found while researching. The first ever headphones didn't use Bluetooth, but were a single speaker strapped to your body together with a whole radio attached to it. They were invented more than 140 years ago. Earbuds are an even more crazy story. They looked more like headphones, but instead of speakers, there were long rod things that vibrated inside your ear. That must have been quite the uncomfortable experience. Back to Apple. They own almost 100,000 patents. For example, virtual reality socks and windowless cars. Really crazy, Apple owns a patent on rectangular phones with rounded corners, so basically their whole design language. But where will Apple go from here? One of their most futuristic technologies is VR. Their glasses take the whole world around you and project it into your eyes. They analyze the room and create a simulated environment that can be interacted with. All the while your eyes are scanned and projected on a screen on the outside. This creates a seamless transition between your experience and the outside world. You can see I love that technology. So I am quite interested in Apple and wish them all the best for the future. But there are some points to criticize about Apple. Maybe we will talk about that in a different video. Thanks for watching, and I wish you a lovely day.